quiet truth behind her smile. When I first met Lily, she was nothing like the reports described. The file said she was aggressive, dangerous, and responsible for repeated harm toward her younger sister. It painted the picture of a child beyond help. But the girl who walked into the room was 9 years old, soft-spoken, and painfully polite. She folded her hands in her lap, thanked adults for the smallest kindness, and flinched whenever someone raised their voice, even slightly. I had worked with children long enough to recognize patterns. Kids who act out violently usually carry their anger on the surface. Lily didn't. Hers was buried deep, hidden behind a calm smile that felt more like a shield than happiness. For weeks, she followed every rule. She comforted other kids when they cried. She never raised her voice, never complained. It didn't add up. Then visiting day came. Most children lit up when their parents arrived. Lily didn't. She grew quiet, her shoulders tightening as if she were bracing for a storm. When her mother walked in, there was no hug, only criticism. Why weren't Lily's clothes neat enough? Why was she sitting like that? Why couldn't she be more like the other children? The room changed instantly. Lily shrank into herself, staring at the floor, whispering apologies for things that weren't her fault. That was the moment the truth began to surface. Security escorted the mother out after her shouting escalated. I sat with Lily afterward, offering her a glass of water and time. I didn't push. I just asked one question. Is this how it usually is at home? She didn't answer right away. She just nodded, barely, and tears slid silently down her face. No words, just years of fear spilling out all at once. When the investigation began, everything became clear. The harm Lily was accused of had never been hers. The abuse came from the one person she loved most. She had taken the blame to protect her mother, believing that silence was loyalty and pain was normal. Children do that sometimes. They confuse love with survival. Lily was moved to live with her grandparents soon after. The change wasn't instant, but it was real. Over time, her shoulders relaxed. She laughed more. She stopped apologizing for existing. The violent child disappeared, revealing what had always been there, a gentle girl who just needed to feel safe. The most troubling cases aren't always the loudest or most chaotic. Sometimes the real story is hidden behind perfect behavior and quiet smiles. And sometimes the bravest thing a child can do isn't fighting back, but finally being seen. Or most chaotic. Sometimes the real story is hidden behind perfect behavior and quiet smiles. And sometimes the bravest thing a child can do isn't fighting back, but finally being seen. Is hidden behind perfect behavior and quiet smiles. And sometimes the bravest thing a child can do isn't fighting back, but finally being seen.